Good evening, my name is Ronald. Welcome to my channel dedicated to Dungeon Universalis. This is a kind of test live stream. I'm going to test my new equipment. I will play a pretty small encounter in Dungeon Universalis. This will not be a full kind of quest or whatever. Just one simple encounter to see if I can manage to handle my equipment, to change the camera positions, and let's see how many rules I'm going to forget, and to prepare myself for the whole quest I'm planning to stream live. And as it should be for a good German, I have a beer next to me, so I can switch easily to Spanish in a few minutes. But it's a shame it's just a non-alcoholic beer, because with an alcoholic beer I would sleep in a few minutes because it's already late here in Germany. And yeah, let's see how this will work for me and for you, and if you can enjoy this. And let's start. I will introduce my party to you, so you can see with who I'm playing today. I will switch to my browser, where I've prepared the party. So this is a custom character sheet I've made for Dungeon Universalis. So down below there are my mercenaries and pets, but I'm not going to play with them in this demo quest type whatever. But here at the top there are my three heroes. We have Croxor, Larnock, and Krix. These are predefined heroes from Dungeon Universalis. I like them very much. Croxor is I'll give you a small peek view of this. Let's see. Okay, this is Croxor. This miniature is from Castle Ravenloft, I guess, or Wrath of Ashadalon, Dungeons and Dragons. But it looks like a reptilian, and this is great. He's a warrior with a long-ranged weapon. We have Larnock, a small goblin, who's equipped with a short bow and a scimitar, whatever. And finally we have Krix, a Shardmine sorcerer. And yes, this is not a Shardmine. I have tried everything to find a great autofocus here. No. I've tried to find a Shardmine miniature, but this reptilian, whatever, Dungeons and Dragons is doing the trick. I've made her pink, so we can pretend it's a Shardmine, or at least I can pretend this. She's a sorcerer, spellcaster, and yeah, this is my main party. Larnock, by the way, is a scout. So we have a scout, a warrior, and a sorcerer, and this is, in my opinion, we need all the fundamental combat types, like melee, ranged, and magic in every quest, because you don't know, maybe you're encountering an enemy that is resistant to non-magical attacks. So you need a spellcaster. So always go with a spellcaster, or your quest will end too soon, and you have to flee from the dungeon, and you have lost everything. Or you will just die when they are going to catch you up. And yeah, let's see. I will put them on the stairs. I will start right off. I'm not going to play with my custom artificial dark player, because for this tiny encounter, whatever, I will that's too much overhead. I will just want to focus on the basics. And let's see, I've chosen to play against the great tribe of orcs. I give you a small view on the bestiary book. Let's see, to switch to the camcorder, and we have them here, the great orc tribes. Oops. And then this is kind of scripted. I've chosen to just play against the warriors and the shooters. So this will be just one room, just one encounter, to tell you how this can work, and to see if I can handle my equipment. and I don't want to, absolutely no jokes over my hair that I'm going to lose, obviously. Okay, let's see. Oh, I have just to answer the chat. This is important. Yep, and we're done. Okay. Let's start right off from the beginning. I have the party over here, and now they are going to start. And yes, let's see. The door is 3 squares away, so at least one of my guys have to face an obstacle, because the artificial dark player will try to play an obstacle card whenever the one of the heroes is trying to leave a safe zone. The safe zone is just 2 squares away from all of the allied characters, and so the square where the door is located here will be the first square where the artificial dark player can and will try to activate a card, an obstacle card, to see if he's going to play a trap against me, or maybe an ambush, but this cannot happen. But this is going to fail. Let's focus on this. Maybe he isn't able to play an obstacle. We will see. And I will switch. I give you the dice tray, and finally let's begin to play. I'm really nervous. Obviously I'm nervous, and this is my first live stream ever, and yes, I'm nervous. Okay, Croxus, no, I'm sorry, Lalak is able to move 5 points. He just needs 3 to reach the door, and he could now open the door when he's arriving there, but we have to check if the artificial dark player is going to spawn a trap or to play an obstacle, whatever. I'm going to roll the die, and the scenario die, and if this icon is showing up, then we will have an obstacle. Let's see. Oh, great. Or not. Okay, I'm now going to draw an obstacle card, and to see what's coming upon me. The artificial dark player is going to play Poison Dart. This is a card. I hope you can see something. Oh, it's just switched to the, I will hold it here, Poison Dart. Let's see if I can manage to get the autofocus working. It affects the square occupied by the character who triggered it, which is obviously Lanak. He suffers 1 poison dart impact. The dart causes 1 damage dice. However, if the player loses 1 vitality point, poison will cause 2 extra damage dice against natural armor. Oh god, poor Lanak. If these cause the loss of 1 or more vitality point, character gets the condition poisoned. Okay, but nothing is lost yet. At first, the artificial dark player has to pay for that card. We have to check if he can play it. He can play it, and he has to pay 3 reserve points for this card to activate. And so we will do. I've just set this to the fictional amount of 60, so we will decrease this to 57. And after that, he's trying to play the card. My activation has ended on that field, and the door is falling off. And now Lana can try to avoid stepping on the square with the trap. So he will have to make a perception test and roll for at least have 10 as a result. So Lanak, I will show you once again. Lanak has a really good perception value. He has where is it? Detecting traps in corridors. He has a 3. This is very good, because almost every character starts with a 0. So we have 3. So I need at least a 7 as a result of a die die roll to avoid this trap. The trap will be still there on that field, so I'm not there yet. I'm still in the air with the guy, and let's see if he is able to avoid the trap, to activate it. Once again, I need a 7. Great results. 6 plus the 3 from the attribute of perception is a 9, and I'm now going to run into this trap. I don't want to. I want to avoid this in any way, because the poor Larnak, I don't want him to get poisoned. So I will spend one of his watcher points, and so I am able to re-roll the dice for 1 time per test. This has gone over it. Oh, okay. This is... I wanted to play an encounter. Why is this happening right now? Let's see again. This would be... Okay. Let's see what will happen to poor Larnak. He suffers... it's obviously it's a pretty small dart, because it's only causes 1 damage die. So I take the good ones, the red ones, for damage, and because Larnak has a natural armor value of, let's see again, natural armor value of natural armor of 3. With his leather armor he's at 4. So if the dart is causing a 4 plus, it will damage my poor little goblin. And so we will see. Of course, this is going to quit, but you can't see it. Haha, you couldn't see it. I'm sorry. So, of course, I was rolling a 6. So, poor little Larnak has gotten 1 vitality loss. And after that, he just have... let's see, let's check my sheet. He's only has 3 vitality points left. And now there's another step on this card. So, however, if the player loses 1 vitality point, we have the poison will cause 2 extra damage dice against natural armor, which is 3. And if these cause the loss of 1 or more vitality point, the character gets the condition poisoned. Great. Let's see. Luck in the end. So he's not going to be poisoned. Hey, it's something. Okay, and now we will discard this nasty card. So, but Larnak's activation has ended here. This is not a big deal, because I'm now can let the other ones coming after him. I'm going to place Croxer the Warrior on this field, and I'm going to place Shardmind, Crix, go over 1, 2, 3, 4 here, over here. The dark player cannot play any obstacle cards, because all of them are have moved within the safe zones. And now 1 turn is over, and just for the protocol, I'm giving the dark player an achievement point, because a turn starts for him, and so he's going to he will get an achievement point just for his having his activation started. He hasn't any miniatures on the board, so he can do anything, and so I can proceed with the next turn for the heroes. And so it's Larnak's turn again. I'm going to move him, and as an action, I'm going to open this door. Finally, I'm going to open this door and hopefully have an encounter. But before I can open this door, the artificial dark player may play another obstacle card for opening the door. Let's see, and let's pray together. Let's pray together that I'm not rolling an obstacle again. Great. No cheating here. Okay, the door's open. Great. And now we will enter the room. And we will roll if we have an encounter. So maybe I'll just switch to an official door token. So this door is open now. Alanak is still staying here. And then we will have our encounter. We have to roll for the encounter. So if we roll the encounter icon symbol, let's call this whatever. We will have an encounter, but I promise you we will have an encounter because that's what I wanted to show you, and we will have an encounter. This is great. Finally something works. We will have an encounter, and I've prepared this in a kind of way. I showed you that we wanted to play against the great type of orcs. So I will give you the view of the web bestiary, so we can have a look at them, at our enemies. So this is a web bestiary. It's a handmade web application that may also work on your phone. And I wanted to play against the warriors and the shooters. 3 warriors and 1 shooter was my what I chose for this, because the orcs are very straightforward. They have not many skills, like you can see. They especially these both only have the skills brutal and clumsy hands. Both of them have this, which is great. They could have a watchman upgrade, but we are sparing this out. And so the other ones are coming with much more skills, especially the elite and champions. But I wanted to make this demo play as easy as possible for me, and I've prepared my sheet for this. I will show you in a few seconds. And after that I will place the enemies, and let's see what kind of sheet I have here. I have to find the scene. Not this. Oh, we can. Okay. Like for my party, I have a custom enemy sheet, which I call effective sheet, because I will just insert the effective attributes for the enemies. So if I'm going to fight against a shooter with wearing a leather armor, he will get for his leather armor he will get -1 on agility, and so the agility of this guy is only 2 instead of the original vanilla one. I just show you once again. The shooter has an agility of 3, but with a leather armor he has a 2. And because I'm very bad with numbers, I'm going to write down the effective stats for this, especially also for maybe some weapons have a -1, like the warrior over here. When using a battle axe, he will get a -1 for his fighting skill, because it's standing on the card. So he has a combat skill of 3, but but effectively it's just a 2 because of the weapon. And so I don't have to calculate, and I don't have to remember this all the time. This is so absolutely helpful for me to use this sheet with Dungeon Universalis, and and I could prepare this, and I just have prepared this for this encounter. So let's see. Let's see if we can make it. I will make it more transparent for you. So when we are placing creatures in a room, we have a reference card. How do we do this? And we will place the creatures with the highest value points in the first row, because both of them have a value point of 1. You can trust me. I've double-checked this. We have a priority list here. So it's saying long-range weapon first, then no range attacks, then range attacks. So this means we have 4 orcs, 1 with a bow, and 3 with battle axe. Yes, this is not not only a battle axe, but I only have 2 with these. Oh, autofocus is very bad. With these, they are all the same. Let's pretend this. And so, according to this card, we have to place the ones with the battle axe in the first rows. So the door was not a big deal. So we will leave 1 square out. There was a big discussion in the Board Game Geek forum if these kind of squares are full kind of squares or if they're just half and you cannot place enemies on that. I don't want to have this discussion at the moment. I will just place them there and hope everything is good. So this is the initial setup, and this one's going over here, and I will turn this over here to rotate this, and then we are done. This is the base placement of the orcs. I will shift them over here for a better view, I hope. So let's check. Oh my god, there are already people watching this. Oh my god. I've just checked the chat on the side of the screen. Welcome to all you guys. All right. Now, the first thing that happens now, even it was the hero's turn. With opening the door, their turn has finished completely. So even these guys haven't had their actions or movement or whatever. Now we are going to roll for initiative, and the side who's winning the initiative will continue with, or will start a complete new turn. Okay, and now we're going to do this. And initiative is an opposite roll. A roll where each side is involved. I can't remember this fucking term. If it's an opposite roll or an opposing roll, I have to write it down on the wall. We will roll for everyone, for each side, and then we will see who will win the initiative. And the initiative is made by checking the perception value. And let's see. When playing against an artificial dark player, this is in contrast to the human dark player. So when playing against the human dark player, we will have the initiative roll from the hero who opened the door against the one who's standing next to it. So we have several guys there. The dark player can choose who is going to roll for the perception test. But when playing against an artificial dark player, always the one with the highest amount of perception, even if he's staying in the last row, will roll for initiative against the heroes. Because all of them have the same perception value, it makes no difference in this example, but I just wanted to say this. It's I think it's on commonly missed rule. And so we will roll for Larnak, and Larnak has a very good perception value. When rolling for perception, he's using, sorry, where's the camera? He's going to roll with a 3 bonus, 3, and the bad orcs just having, each of them just having a 0. And so we have a great chance to beat the artificial dark player, and even if not, we can force him to roll again with spending a fortune point or re-rolling for Larnak if he's going to fail. Let's see what's going on now. This is great. We have a 10 plus 3, it's 13, and 7 plus nothing is 7. So we have won the initiative. So the heroes have won an initiative. And another great feature, E-course. We were exceeding the intelligence value of, let's say we have rolled against the shooter. It doesn't make a difference in this. He has an intelligence value of 3. Both of my die results are exceeding the this intelligence value of 3, and so we can apply the rule of caught by surprise. And caught by surprise is a great rule in Dungeon Universalis. So we now we will pretend we can pretend we have they were gambling or they were sleeping or whatever, and so they didn't notice the heroes when they have opened the door, and so the heroes are allowed to turn the enemies around, they're facing around, and they can move them by 1 square in any direction. So usually I always do this. I will turn them around, because now I'm getting a bonus for melee attacks or for ranged attacks because I'm attacking from behind. And if I'm this is the main reason. And I could just move them next to me to so I don't have to walk that far, or if I'm in a lower ranged attack range. I'm standing more next to, you know what I mean. We will see on the card next. But I'm not going to do this, because if I'm doing this, I cannot move along there because they are engaging me when as soon as I'm going into the melee range of them. So okay, let's see. Let's see what I'm going to do now. Now a whole new turn starting for the heroes. So Lanak, even if he just opened the door, and let's say if you just open the door, he may act first once again with a whole complete turn. He can do an action, a quick action, or 2 quick actions, whatever, and he can move. And now we are going to do this. We will attack them with a short bow. So I have a short, or Lanak has a short bow. Let's see once again. I'm going to switch this. This is not the party. This is the party. So Lanak has a short bow with a 4 in his shooting skill, and the range is obviously clear with 18. So let's see. Let's check the card for shooting and to see which kind of modifiers maybe apply. These are all the modifiers we can have. The orcs are on a small target. They aren't large or huge. They are not stationary. I haven't moved yet, so I have no penalty for this. The orcs have no cover. The target's agility is greater than the shooter's, is not applying, but we are attacking from the back, so I get a +1. It's not a defensive shot, and the distance to the target. This is what I wanted to say all the time. The distance to the target is still 1 to 3 squares at this moment, and so it would have been no benefit for me to pull him over. Because it would there's no better distance than point blank, and so we have no penalty for this. We have a +1 for attacking from behind, and so I can just shoot at that guy in front of me with a +4, if I'm remembering this correctly. With a +5. Oh, I have to check again. I'm sorry. I'm very bad with numbers. Party. Lanak 4 +1 for attacking from behind is a +5. So this could be very, very easy for us to hit. But let's see. Oh, I make it this more thrilling. Thrilling is the term I wanted to use. Okay, 5 plus 6 and 1. This is a 12. We just needed a 10 to hit, and we have a critical hit. Oh, I'm sorry, I should use this hand. We have a critical hit, and this is absolutely great. We can now roll with the 2 dice for the short bow. A short bow usually has 3 dice when rolling for damage, but because Lanak is small, his ranged weapon, or maybe it's just of his goblin penalties. Penalty for being a goblin. This is racist, Ronald. No, shame on you. No, and there are some kind of I don't know where the penalties for. I think because he's small, he's losing 1 of damage die. So he just rolling 2 dice for the damage for a short bow, but we had a critical, and so we are rolling 3 damage dice. And let's see the orcs. The orcs right in front of me, in front of Larnak, has leather armor with 4 and a vitality of 5. So I cannot kill him at once, but I can hurt him. Let's see. I could hurt him. So I just have one damage. Not 1 hit, but 1 damage. And too bad. I could reroll this result for spending a fortune point, and because we have just this is just 1 room encounter, 1 room quest, I can spend as much as fortune points as I have. I'm going to reroll this. Once again, I'm going to use fortune point of Larnak, and I'm going to reroll this. So at least 1 hit more. 1 hit more? 1 more hit? 1 more hit sounds better for me. So we have 2 hits on this stinking orc. Okay, not a bad start. Now Larnak is able to move, and he's going to move because I don't want to stay here. Or do I want to stay here? If I'm going to run in the room, they are going to attack me and they're killing me. And I will wait here. I think I will wait here. And this is great because Larnak is a small goblin, a very small goblin. He's 1 height smaller than Krix standing behind him. So Krix still has line of sight to all of these guys. And this is a great thing I have missed. I should have done this, and I hope you can forgive me for this, that I'm doing this now. It has no effect on the rest I've just made. When we were talking about Caught by Surprise, I've forgotten something that I usually do. I haven't pulled them back, but I usually pull them together to have 1 block. This has a good reason. That's what I want to show you. I've forgotten this. I told you I'm very nervous. Okay. Why I'm doing this? This is when Krix as a spellcaster comes into play. We have several attack spells, or I have several attack spells for her. She has an elemental, and she is a sorceress dealing with elemental spells. Yes, okay. We have several spells from air and water. Let's negotiate to this. Okay. And we have a lightning bolt, we have an ice arrow, and we have a crushing wave. I could use all of them, I guess, because I'm going to cast against this guy over here. All of them have a range of 12, so this is not a problem. This is a superior spell, so this can only be casted if the spellcaster hasn't moved in his turn yet, and this applies to her. So I could play this. The other ones are basic, and those 2 have an area of effect, applying to all squares next to the target. And so this one is not, but this is making 6 damage dice. This is very powerful, but this is a greater effect now. We have 5 damage dice and 3 damage dice to all adjacent pronounced creatures, characters around him. And the crushing wave have 4 damage dice, and all of them against there we have 4 damage dice against all of them. And they must pass a strength test, or else they will be knocked down and pushed 1 square backwards, which is also great. So this is a hard decision with a 5, because he already has 2. I think I'm going to cast the Crushing Wave, and let's see if this is working. So I have to pay 2 mana points for this, and I leave 1 on the spell to see. I've already casted this 1 time, because you can only cast at her current sorcery level, she can only cast a spell 3 times a quest, I guess, or 4 times. Let's say 3 times. It's just a demo quest. Now we can do this. So she's making an intelligence test, and let's see if she is able to cast the spell. And so we have she has an intelligence value. Crix has an intelligence value of where is it? Of 5. So she's very good at spell casting, or at least very good at intelligence. The rest we will see. Then we will see. We need a 5 in a result of both dice in the sum. Okay, this couldn't have been better in any way. We have a double critical. This, even if one of these poor souls over here would be able to dispel spells, because they are spellcaster too, they can't dispel this because we have a double critical hit, and but they aren't able to do it because they are not a spellcaster. Okay, we have a double critical, so we are getting 2 damage dice for each damage roll. This is a great outcome. This could be a great outcome. So we have 4 against each target. +2, this is 6 dice against each target. So this small encounter could be much shorter than I thought. After that bumpy start with the poison dart. Let's see the first target, the one in the center. He has still 4 an armor of 4. Yes, an armor of 4. And so we need these ones out. We have 3 damages against this guy who has already 2 vitality points lost. So he's instantly whoop. Bye bye. Hopefully we'll never see again. And so each adjacent target will also suffer 6 damage dice. Let's start with the one on the top. Oh. This is a result I could decide to spend another fortune point. I will do. Crix, and this time is spending a fortune point to reroll this damage dice. And it's not getting better, it's getting worse. Okay. Not my day. 1. And we will make a strength test for this warrior orc. He has a strength of 3. So let's see if we will have a 7. Otherwise, he's going to be pushed back. And now we have a 6. So this guy is falling over. He's knocked down at the moment and pushed 1 square to the back. And the other ones over here. Let's see once again. 6 damage dice against 4. And this is a... I'm kind of proud of this result. So we have finished this guy instantly. And now we have this shooter left. The hair once again. We have 5, 4. We have 3 dice, not counting, but we have 3. So he's losing 3 vitality points at once. Great. And let's see. the shooter has only 4 vitality points, so he is getting the wounded marker. So he has now a loss of -1 on almost each attribute he's having, which is a very good option for the next fighter waiting here for Croxo. But let's see, we have to check the damage and condition table. Let's see if something is going here. We have the same X-ray effect. We Krix has the same height as her target, the Orc. They are both the same height of 3, I guess. 2, 3, 2, whatever. They have the same height, and so we had a double critical, and now he's knocked down instantly without resolving the damage, the full spell. So he's knocked down, and now we have to make a strength test. I'm not sure if the timing is right. If I should have applied the whole effect of the spell and after that roll for the damage. I'm not sure about this, but I don't think this will make a great difference. So he has to pass the strength test. He also has a strength of 3, maybe, please, 3. Let's see. And yes, with an 8, he would have passed. 8 plus 3 is 11, but because he is knocked down and he's wounded, he will have a -1 on all of these. Like if he's stunned, he's getting a -1 to all attributes, except for natural armor and vitality. And so he has lost the roll, even if he has a 3 in this attribute from the base, and an 8 is an 11, -1 for knockdown, -1 for wounded is 2, and -2 is 9. So I'm not that bad at numbers, I guess. Even with to a range of 20 or 15 at least. Okay, and now I've already pushed him to back. Now they are both knocked down, and when they are knocked down, they don't have a melee range. But this isn't a deal yet, so we can walk over there with Croxo. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we don't have to think about. Let's see. We don't have to think about obstacles here because we are in combat, and the artificial dark player cannot. Or then a dark player cannot play obstacle cards, or the artificial dark player cannot play obstacle cards within combat rounds, and so there's no problem. Even we are still in the safe zone, but if I would have stepped out, they couldn't activate an obstacle card. So now I'm not standing adjacent to this guy. But I have a long-ranged weapon, and so I have the option to attack or to engage enemies within 2 squares and not just 1. I even can attack this guy over here from where Crox is standing, and I'm going to do this because he has much more vitality points left, and he's the greater the higher risk, the higher threat. Threat is a good word, I think, for the whole party. And yes, let's see if I can manage to attack him. I think about if this is a good idea to just finish him. Then this guy would also be bound or engaged by Croxer and couldn't move over here. I guess I would do this. I will attack the shooting guy over here. And so we have to check. He's knocked down, he's wounded, so he has a -2 on each action, on each not action, on each combat. action, and because he's a shooter, see, like this camera, he is equipped with a short bow at the moment, and he cannot change this. He has a dagger, which would be a melee weapon, but he cannot change this because it's not the turn of the artificial dark player. So he is still equipped with the short bow, and if someone's equipped with a short bow going into melee or being attacked by melee, they are considered to be unarmed. And I have forgotten to fill this unarmed out, so I will do this. And I don't want you to stare at my hair. I will wear a cap next time, but I'm looking very dumb with the cap. Okay. So we have a 3, 2. I hope this is correct, and we will make 3 damage. Okay. I hope this is correct. So we have a value of 2 in combat value, but we have a penalty of 2 for being wounded and being knocked down. So we have a combat value of 0. So 0 against Mighty Croxer with a 5 when attacking with his halberd. And because Croxer is the biggest brawler in town, I could use his skill for fast attacks. I can roll 1 more die for attacking and choose the 2 highest options with getting 1 penalty for my combat, but I don't need this. I would take this. I would take 5 against 0. So let's see. An opposing roll. A roll for both sides. Okay, we have an 11 with a bonus of nothing for the orc. We have a 9 with a bonus of 5 for Croxer. Croxer is getting another a melee bonus. I've forgotten this because this is magic. Melee, because I'm attacking from behind, from the back. I get a +1, so we have a 6. Woohoo! So this this result is enough. The attack has hit, and we have a critical hit. So we can roll. Not only let's see, not only 4 damage dice, but 5. And we need this time. We need a 4 for his leather armor of the orc, but we have the weapon is armor reducing the armor. It's armor breaking, armor piercing. This is not the term they're using in dungeon. It's not armor piercing, but I think armor piercing. He has only a 3 when defending. I have to exceed the 3, not a 4, because I'm using this weapon. So let's see. Every die of a 3 is a hit, a damage, and because this poor orc just had 1 vitality left, he's now gone. I've forgotten to get my party some achievement points, because I've just slayed 3 enemies. For every minion I've slain, I will get 1 achievement point. So 1, 2, 3. Artificial dark player. Who's laughing now? So yes, now my turn is over. The hero's turn is over. I cannot do anything again. And for the first time, I have to check the rule book, because I have forgotten what to do when the guy is knocked down. I guess he's just raising, and he's still stunned. But I want to check this. So knocked down, you will have no melee range. You will not block line of sight if he attacked. He was yep, okay. But yeah. Oh my god, I hate this. Okay, playing. Oh, yeah. Knocked down characters are placed face up, so he's still alive and he can't breath if I place him face down. So he was knocked down and he will remain in the state for the rest of the turn. And now he's standing again, but he is stunned. And if he's stunned, it's the Artificial Dark Player's turn, so he's getting an achievement point just for having his turn. And before activating the guy, we have to roll for power. We have to roll the scenario die once again to see if we have a power and we can buff the enemy. And yes, we can. Great. Let's see. Once again, like always, if I'm doing this wrong deck, we have reinforcements. We would have reinforcements. We don't play this now. I wanted to have a short encounter. But this is a great feature in Dungeon Universalis. Now there were more enemies coming. Just we are in a combat and now we have reinforcements. But we couldn't play this card. The Artificial Dark couldn't play this card here because on the first square, this is the only room where this could take place. And you cannot play in the first section. You cannot play this card. So let's see what's Fortitude. One stunned creature. And great, we have a stunned creature. Wow. The Dark Player's choice instantly clues this condition. If it was knocked down, it stands up. Yeah. Use this card at the beginning of the Dark Player's turn before activating his creatures. Great. We have to pay one reserve point for this. I have done. And now this guy is losing the stun condition. We don't have to roll for this. Otherwise, we had to roll for this. And with the 4+, if I'm remembering this correctly, he would have stand up. He would have lost this anyway. But now we don't have to roll anything. So he's back in business once again. But he is bound in... he's still engaged with Croxor because he is a long-ranged weapon. And now he's trying to fight against him. And if he's able to overcome Croxor, he can enter his melee range. And then Croxor would have in the next time would have a penalty for attacking melee when fighting with a long-range weapon. Someone's standing next to him. So let's see. Let's make an opposing roll. Great. The orc would have has attacked with the battle axe and with a 2, which makes a 12 in total for him. And Croxor has a result of 12, and with his combat skill of 5, nothing happens. So the poor orc couldn't manage to hit him, and so everything the Dark Player could do is over. And now a new turn for the heroes begins, and we can beat everything out of him. I don't want to risk any YouTube violation. Not on my first time. So let's see. Who can do some cool trick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Larnak with a penalty of 1. He could shoot at him, and I will do this now with a penalty of 1. And his shooting skill of, let's see again, 4. So it makes a 3. Let's see if the small goblin can be a threat for him. No, he can't. Only a 4, so he have missed, obviously. But now he can move into the room. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I'm so sorry, Crix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's his movement? His movement is 5. So he can position over here, and if the orc is not dying by a miracle, he can shoot him from over here. Let's see. That's his Crix, and she can do a magic trick again, but let's see what Croxor can do. I will face him, so he is facing at the guy, and let's see. Oh, not a bad roll for the bad guy. We have a 10 plus his 2 is 12. And for Croxor we have a 9 plus his 5 of his halberd is 14. So Croxor won once again, but no critical hit this time. So only 4. 4 damage dice against where we need a 3, because he has a leather armor with a value of 4. But Crox's armor piercing halberd is reducing this to a 3. And so each die of a 3 is a damage. And this is 4 damage. This guy has 5 vitality points, minus this one he has already left. And this is right. This is the cam I wanted. So that's it. This guy is knocked out. You will get another achievement point. And the quest, the quest for the one room is over now. And that's it. I hope this was a kind of good entrance for you. Maybe you have just encountered Dungeon Universalis for the first time. There's much more behind the game than everything you have seen now. This was just a small skirmish encounter, whatever. I will do more of this. I see now I've played for 1 hour. This will be a very long let's play to play a full quest. Let's see if I will split this or if I will don't explain so much when playing this to speed it up. But I think we would come to several hours too. Thank you for watching. Let's see in the live chat if there are any comments that yes, that was lucky. And yeah, thanks for watching this, and maybe you come back when I'm going to play the whole quest. And let's see. Leave me some comments if this was funny for you, or it was too exhausting or too long or too much explanation, or not funny enough, or whatever. I've totally missed to drink my beer. I will do this now when the camera's off. And yeah, once again, thank you for watching. Subscribe to my tiny channel if you liked it. I'm going to add more content like this and to play one more quest. And now I'm leaving you with these words. Have a great evening, night, day, whatever. See you soon.